Results Radio podcast. Now listen to a slice of wisdom, a concept, a sentiment, a theory, and maybe even a rant from one of your industry colleagues. For the record.
Hey, how are you? Carm Capriotto here. And in just a minute, Matt Fanslow threads a concept that the aftermarket can learn from professional wrestling. Yes, I said professional wrestling. Hey, have you been thinking about integrating digital vehicle inspections in your shop? Well, look, implementing change can be a challenge, but it doesn't have to be painful. FlexCheck Auto DVI software is designed to conform to your shop's philosophy. You know, it's not just only fully customizable to your shop's needs, but it's easy to use. FlexCheck Auto guides the technician through the inspection process, one step at a time. And with the ability to take and send pictures and videos, your customer sees any vehicle issues with their own eyes, including them in the repair process and boosting confidence in your shop. Now, you have a consistent process, which in turn leads to higher average repair order and increased customer satisfaction. Hey, start your 30-day free trial today at FlexCheckAuto.com. Hey, find the talking points for this For the Record Opine with Matt Fanslow at remarkableresults.biz/F050. Hey, the views and opinions expressed are those of my guest and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the authors, sponsors, associates, or affiliates of LSTN Media, LLC. Now, I believe Matt Fanslow makes a strong point comparing the promotion of professional wrestlers to aftermarket shops. A stretch in thinking? No, I don't think so. Matt likes to look outside the industry to learn and see new things. And I know one thing. This will make you think.
Welcome to Remarkable Results Radio. For the record, I'm Matt Fanslow, shop manager and diagnostician for Riverside Automotive in Red Wing, Minnesota. A lot of times I catch myself looking at other trades and industries to come up with ideas on how to improve our trade. And you might want to brace yourself. One of those industries I've kind of been intrigued by for quite some time is, of all things, professional wrestling. That's right. I said professional wrestling. I'm not a huge fan, but hopefully you give me a couple minutes to try to elaborate and back up on where I'm going with this thought. Many years ago, I remember listening to an interview with a professional wrestler by the name of Ric Flair. And at the time, and until maybe even recently, a few years ago, he was a very well-known performer. And in this interview, he was questioned about how highly he is thought of by his colleagues, both veteran and the younger generation. Even with a little bit of study of this, you will find the vast majority of performers speak about him with great, great reverence. And the question was, why did he think that was the case? And his answer was, when he first started out, the system, without getting too historical about professional wrestling, was they had territories. It wasn't nearly as national as it is now with the WWE and formerly WCW, those type of big promotions. They were made up of much smaller promotions divided by region. And he was flying under the umbrella of an entity known as the NWA, which I think was the National Wrestling Alliance, if I remember correctly. And his job was, as champion of all these territories, or like the main champion, was to go from territory to territory and wrestle each territory's champion. And he would try to make these other champions look good. Well, during his promos, where they would get up in either front of the camera or in front of a crowd, they'd do a promo, and that's where they would talk trash or whatever, just like fighters now, boxers, UFC, MMA type fighters. You get up and start talking smack about the other guy. Well, historically, he looked at past champions And it was basically, I'm going to win because you suck. That's really what it came down to. And he felt like that made no sense. To him, it made much more sense to kind of build the other guy up. Not a lot. Not to say, oh my gosh, you're so great, I'll be lucky to win. But really it was, you're very good. I'm fearful of this move. I'm respect your strength or endurance or whatever the case may be for that character. But I'm a little bit better. And that was the key. I will find a way to beat you. I'm a little bit better. He felt like that way when he left that territory, and he was most likely scripted to win, that he left that territory with the champion looking good. It gave fans a reason to go see that champion fight or wrestle or perform, rather than leaving and A, he ran that champion into the ground, and B, so what? He beat somebody that sucked. So it made a lot of sense to build them up a little bit. Hey, you're very good. I'm a little bit better, or I will find a way. And where all of this is going, I hope maybe you've connected the dots already, is when you're in the front counter and you're talking to a customer who's disgruntled and maybe talking some smack about, shop B, that it occurs to you, I'm not saying to put over the other shop big time, but I'm saying to maybe not run them into the ground, bump them up a little bit, build up that shop a little bit. They're very good. They're honest, whatnot. I've not heard very much bad about them. I know them. They're really good people, whatever that may be. Again, not saying to go over the top, build them up a little bit and say, but also, suggest that maybe you're a little bit better. Maybe one of your guys has more experience in whatever that car is, or that car line, or that issue, or maybe you have some equipment the other shop doesn't have that will give you a little bit of an edge. Again, put yourself over too, but maybe don't run the other shop down because, okay, you succeed in repairing the car. Well, now you're better than a shop you just ran into the ground. That doesn't make any sense. Build them up a little bit. Then, if you succeed in the repair, you're better than a good shop that you suggested was a good shop. It makes a lot of sense. I think we could learn a lot from all things professional wrestling. So that's my rant. For the record, I'm Matt Fanslow, shop manager and diagnostician for Riverside Automotive in Red Wing, Minnesota.
Thanks for listening to For the Record from Remarkable Results Radio. Subscribe to the show on your favorite podcast listening app. Find all Remarkable Results podcast content at remarkableresults.biz. Remember, your learning curve never sounded so good.